We're all gonna die.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Salute the Sun. I am your host with this group. We are What Team Comp, and we're playing D&D. So, you guys ready to hop back into where you guys left off?
Yes.
Yee. Are we heading back to the capital, or were we just heading straight up fucking east?
Well, last time we
We're
left
going back
off,
to
you
the
guys
village,
had
I thought.
spoken
this-
to the ogre, the blinded ogre, who you had found out about someone who referred to themselves as Nobody. And after making your way into the village and finding out a little more information, you went down into the mines area where three of you at one point were petrified.
What?
And
Still say breaking him out of that stone would have saved him.
Yeah, and I still say that wasn't going to happen.
with little help from the skull that they had picked up, they were able to get them out, which did my research afterwards. It is the stomach acid stuff that is supposed to break them out, not their blood. I was using it off of the critical role stuff. That was my bad.
I mean, that explains why it burns.
Yeah. That being said, after you guys finished getting yourselves out, waiting for Batalin and his lightning crackling spear to come out of being petrified, Nathala had a blindfolded one-on-one conversation with the Medusa, where she basically just said, "I want to be left alone. Please go away. You're on my lawn."
Yeah, pretty much.
And after heading out, you guys spoke with the ogre, managed to finally get him to calm down, and that is where we left off.
Now, if I remember correctly, this ogre said something about someone who had told him and his buddies to go down there and get good treasure, right?
If I remember correctly, yeah, that was why they went down there.
For actually, should be on the roll 20. Yes, for someone named Guzgo, a hill giant, from what he was told.
Oh, a hill giant. We were sent over here to deal with giants in the first place.
You said Guzgo went to the east, if I remember correctly?
West.
West.
We.
So
where are we going?
I'm assuming we just, like, automatically just, at the end of the session, helped the ogre get into the hotel, Don. Or, rather, you get what I mean.
Brought him back to the village.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, because I wasn't at the end of last session, we did not level up, correct?
Not
Yeah.
yet.
We did not.
Good to know.
When you made your way back, you were making your way back. So when you did, there were plenty of people who were very caught off guard by the sudden appearance of this basically handheld ogre, just like stumbling behind you guys, just trying his best not to step too far ahead of you to hurt you, mostly because of the fact that if he did so, he might step off a ledge and just fall off.
That's true. That's true.
And so you managed to get him to the village, and well, many of the villagers are like, there's definitely a lot of chatter from people. The fact that he's quite clearly blinded leaves people to be a little more reserved and allow you through. They don't stop you from taking him over, and there's not really rooms big enough for him, but there's a area where he can be laid down to get some rest, as you guys are able to rest as well.
Is it the stables?
Yes.
Well, I bought enough to make 2 arrows. Can I try to finish that second one today? Or like tonight, during the night, before I sleep?
To finish
Sleep.
the what?
Other
Arrow.
boom arrow.
Boom, boom, arrow.
Oh boy.
The west towards my home or away?
Away.
Allah.
That's a good question. Where the hell is my home?
South.
Yay!
Miami's back!
Are we going towards anyone's home? That's a fun
Yep.
question. I got no fucking clue where Talazi is, but I don't think Vitalik really would either fully.
Batalin,
Oh,
I
No,
have a
he's kept
great
track.
sense of direction.
No,
I'm
he's
from-
kept
Just say
track.
West.
He's not great at keeping track of things, but that's something he would have because he needs to get that back
But
there
I'm-
at some point.
Butters, I beg of you, tell me that fucking at one point Vitala would reenact the fucking Mr. Krabs and Patrick thing. Oh,
Which one?
East? I thought
Oh.
you said West. West. What
Mhm.
kind of compass are you reading, lad? This one, sir. That's West,
West
Patrick.
He's not super swoop or unwise. So he's just not great at remembering things fully. He's extremely wise. He's just not great at remembering.
Oh, bless.
I mean, to be fair, that's connected to intelligence, so if it's not that high, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Oh god.
May I please work on Boom Boom Arrow?
Boom boom.
What is happening?
He's trying to make explosive arrows.
You
Oh,
can,
God.
I believe it was an intelligence roll to make the
You
first
said
one.
it was wisdom.
I did allow for wisdom. I'm going to say make an intelligence roll to make sure that you can set it correctly. Wisdom will be for making sure you can...
Wait, what do you mean set?
Setting it up in its container so that once
Okay.
you're able to use wisdom for setting up the other pit
6.
parts.
It was only +1.
Yeah.
Kyle's not super smart.
You start going over it, and you after a little bit you have it kind of like falling slightly in your lap, and you're like, ugh, you're catching it and quickly putting it down. Like, I'm gonna just
There's no physical way I could help him with this, is there?
no, not unless he had asked you. So I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
I'm not gonna say after the fact you could have helped.
Next time, ask Julius. He help with anything.
Guru, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yes.
I would like to talk to someone in charge about making sure no one ever goes down there to bother the Medusa again,
Right, please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because it will not end well for anyone.
Basically, just being like, turn back, do not come this way, heck off.
Matt, are you whispering?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is someone asleep in your home?
No, that was for Guru. I was just being quiet.
I'm sitting here like, why are you so low? I can't
I'm just
hear
being
you.
quiet, me blinking, but I can't hear you.
Why?
I'm sorry. I can project if you'd like.
Now just talk at your normal voice.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so I
Please
would like
project.
to.
Honestly, I really want you to project.
Right.
No, see, now you don't get it.
Ah!
I'll talk to, I don't know, the innkeeper. He seemed like a decently in charge kind of guy.
So you're just basically letting him know and being like, hey, can you just, make sure that people don't go down there?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Just a lady trying to live her life, mind her own business. Nobody needs to go down there.
Okay.
No one's gonna like what happens if you go down there.
Um, do you mention why, or do you just say, yeah, no one needs to go down there? Just vaguely.
She does, and I will.
No, I will.
So,
Oh God.
here is the thing. There is a Medusa down in that cave system. I would not recommend anyone going down there. She is polite, cordial, but she values her privacy, and it would be in your best interests, as well as everyone else's, if no one ever goes down there again.
Shit. We got stuff we do in the mines. Well, at least part of them. I mean, well, at least when we're not having to deal with the kobolds.
There's a certain part that's still available.
Yeah, that's usually where the kobolds end up popping their heads up. I can make it aware, but I gotta be straight with you. Kind of like looks around a little bit awkward at first. Then you see him like lean his head down, kind of lean forward. I don't know what a Medusa is. In fact, I'm pretty sure no one in this town knows what a Medusa is.
Alright, so should I describe it or should you? Because one way is going to be elegant, the other is going to be blunt as hell.
We can help each other.
So, obviously, you know what a person is.
Obviously.
Replace the legs with. Oh, wait, no, she has the legs. Excuse me.
She had
Redact.
legs. Well, you don't know that. You didn't see her.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so is the general consensus for me the Medusa have legs or have snake tails?
Legs.
Okay.
Legs, she had high heels.
You
I
heard the
didn't
click.
see her.
You heard the clicking of
That's
her
the problem.
heels.
No. Stop.
She clicked her heels together and said, "There's no place like home."
No, that's not what I was thinking. Okay,
Yes,
so add snake hair, add
Snake
a
hair.
few scales,
Mm.
and
I see.
then go ahead.
And the ability to be able to stare someone in the eyes and instantaneously turn them to stone.
Without ability to unpetrify them without a very powerful cleric.
And you have someone you do not want to piss off.
Or her pets. Apparently she has basilisks for her pets. Phew, I really hope she didn't find.
You guys took it with you.
Oh my god.
We did clear it up fairly well. We should
Fairly
have-
well, but I think we buried what we didn't take. Oh no, that's right, we cooked it!
Yeah,
We fed,
you fed it
we
to
fed
the
it to our
ogre.
good friend.
We literally spit roasted a. I forgot. And now I have a mental image of Billy Battalion Ogre just skewering a past body and rotating it like you would a pig.
I mean, that's one way to do it.
It's really crunchy though.
Yeah.
If he said spit roasted, Battalion probably would have spit on it.
No!
Not sure if he fully knows what that is.
Pretty
Like,
sure
he would know.
Roasting is
He
very.
would know. Yeah, no, he would know the action of it, but he would not know the
The
term.
actual term. Because I'm sure
Like,
for
that's-
him that's just cooking. Like that's
Yeah,
the title they use.
That's how he cooks. He spit roast things to cook. He would not know the term spit roast.
Okay, we're gonna spit roast. What the fuck?
It's fine, we can cook it off.
Anyway,
Oh, wait, no. Spit roast will be when you get the dragon involved.
no.
Julius can teach you about spit roasting.
Sure, Lost could too. Anyway,
I'm sure.
I think this could be a tag team effort.
I am very confused.
okay. Either way, you don't want to send someone down in the caverns without proper help, or just send them down there blindfolded because then she can't do anything.
She could still attack them.
She
and
could still
then
attack,
be
but I don't.
defenseless.
From what I heard, she seems pretty amicable.
Well, if
Also,
if you attack her while wearing a blindfold, she's probably going to attack you back and hit
If-
hard.
If they attack her while wearing a blindfold, then their deaths are on them.
Also, we've got to keep in mind the living statues down there.
The what?
I thought we broke those all.
We destroyed all the ones that were trying to attack us. Who's to know she hasn't gone and turned some of the other statues we left down there into more of the creeping.
That is very true.
Turn you to stone.
So there are 3 things down there that could potentially petrify anyone who goes that deep.
Oh yes.
So a sign is probably in the best bet. Glasses can have a reflection regardless.
No, but mirrored
just-
is specifically the kind where it wouldn't allow, so it's specific.
You can't see out, but people can see the reflection.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's just a That's just a blindfold.
Well, no, it's
No,
dumb.
like he's saying that because if a Medusa looks at your glasses,
They'll
she
see the
might
reflection.
petrify herself,
Mm.
Yeah, it would
as
be
well
a
as a
defense
basilisk.
mechanism against that.
That would be Tinker's tools, which I don't think any of us are proficient in.
Mm.
Closest I got is thieves.
Mm.
Is Lobby making noises because she is, or are you just making noises?
I'm just making noises. I'll stop.
Okay. I thought it was just like free and just raising your hand like, actually.
That's a different noise.
Baton and spear is still on, like, still lightninged up.
He hasn't turned it off!
No.
Oh, God. So, yeah, your best bet up until, potentially finding a way around this is just a sign that says, enter at your own peril.
Or at least a sign
Potential
that says knock
petrification
first.
possible.
It is someone's home. Should be a sign to say knock first.
I can see about. I'll talk to the council and let them know what's. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to say the least.
Interesting is one way to put it.
I'm trying to not go over the fact that you mentioned that there's living statues and a person who can turn people to stone.
And an animal.
And other creatures that can turn people to stone. It's not a pleasant place to go.
That's why we're saying put the sign there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can, just tell them and convince them to.
Hold off on excavating.
Yeah. He kind of just
Speaking
drags
of
his
which-
hand down his face. Just.
I have a potentially simpler request for you.
That being.
You seem pretty open to helping those in need so long as they can, in a way, help you.
Or pay him.
Alright?
Hmm.
We have an ogre that requires.
Yeah,
At
he's in
least-
my stable out back.
Yeah.
I heard people talking and I poked my head out to see what was going on. I saw you bring him in.
Can you help us out with him? Because he'll die if we just leave him alone.
Oh.
I don't know. He seems pretty decent if he's instructed on what to do. It's just him being instructed on what to do that's the problem.
He is very strong. I'm sure you
Very
could
strong.
appreciate someone who could move quite more things than you can yourself.
I'll bring it up to the councils. You're seeing us like slowly dragging his hands down his face, just like, what have you done?
I appreciate this very much. Thank you. Wait, I just realized something, Todd!
Hmm?
I read the fucking Bulette book and you sent me no notes.
I will give you notes later.
We're gonna run into a bullet, and Paris is gonna be real angry.
No, what I'm gonna be is enthusiastic because I'm an idiot and it's going, pet!
Getting
It's
attacked
a large,
by Bulette.
it's a large, adorable roly-poly. Okay, leave me alone.
Oh no. That being said, we'll discuss that later. He kind of just crosses his arms after a moment, just like, I'll see what I can do. Do you need accommodations before you? Are you heading back? Or are you sticking around?
What time is it actually?
It's at the moment it's because you guys had started going in around noon. It's about midway through the afternoon.
So look at that. We stay an extra day, or should we try and head out?
Out of character, Guru, you said this Guzgov character, Guzgo, was located in the west.
Mhm.
Is that from where we came, or
You guys came
further?
from the east. You guys
Okay,
went
so we-
to the west from.
So if we just
Ultrason.
keep going, then we'll see it.
Hopefully.
We'll find him.
Mm,
But you won't get paid until you go back.
yeah, so probably the quicker we get this done.
Yeah.
Not for the evening, I do not think. We will do best to that out and hopefully deal with the original situation we came here to do.
All right.
Alright. I'm down for whatever. I'm just trying to figure out what's the best option.
Julius needs to make some more money.
And I mean, from the way that I look at it, this person that essentially started all of this must have been here quite some time ago. Enough time for shit to have happened, and then the issue is getting enough out of hand that they send a request down to La Corazon. So if we head after this guy immediately, we're still gonna be a long time behind him. So
Yeah.
whether we start off immediately or go back first is not going to impact us that much.
Personally, I would say head back so we can get payment for what the hell we've done.
Mm.
But have we actually done anything? We had not dealt with the giants.
It was figure out what was going on. That was our quest.
And we did figure out what was going on. We had a blind ogre throwing rocks at the path, and seeing as how now we've calmed him down and might potentially be getting him working in the village, I think that's the issue dealt with. Especially as we're now hopefully going to be stopping any more people going down there.
Well, our main mission was that accidents were happening on the path to this village. And
Yeah.
since the ogre is done throwing rocks, then we should be fine.
Very well.
Julius can convince them to pay us, probably.
Well, I mean, he was the one that gave us, and they do pay pretty nice at the Adventurers Guild anyway. We just need to get there.
So you guys are heading
What?
back immediately?
Looks like it.
Alright. So you guys immediately begin making your way out. You stop for camp when the sun starts going down, which by that point you're closer to the foot of the mountain by that point.
Is this name where our cart is?
Please don't steal our car.
Your cart is still with you. You're able to pick up your
Do
cart.
we still have a donkey?
Your donkey is still there, yes.
The donkey
We
would have
still have
probably
call, it's fine.
the donkey would have probably kicked anyone who tried to take him just because it's like, I'm not going back down there. Fuck you.
Listen, man, I just want to be with my people again. Where are
Fucking
my
Igor.
people, folk?
You know those crazy people who dragged me up a mountain?
And then got me hit with a rock.
I survived.
It's okay, you'll get lots of carrots and you'll be able to get a rest when we're done. You can have a good nap in the hay and it'll all be fine. And we're so sorry about the boulder incident. We didn't realize that was going to happen.
I forget-
like carrots.
I forget that donkeys, mules, and horses do not sleep, as in, like, laying down.
Nope.
I forget that they sleep standing up very often.
It's the best.
Mm.
And Carl is happy to just, like, sleep. Like, when like, of all the things you mentioned, she's just like, I like carrots. That sounds good. Just, like, I got hit with a rock. He stands back up. Nothing's broken. I like carrots. It still takes you the few days it needs to get back to Le Creuson. Along the way, you see a few people making the way towards the mountain who seem to be apprehensive, having heard about the dangers of the mountain pass. But still heading there as they have trade and whatnot that they still need to do. Eventually you guys return, and on headset, just no mic, no worries. As you've returned to the city, you guys can head somewhere else, or you can head straight back to the guild.
To the guild!
To the guild. Yeah.
Julius wants to go to the money!
on the way back, I do want to spend some time just writing out a letter.
Okay.
I'll send that off in a bit.
Do I see them writing this? Are they just doing this on the back of Carl?
On the back of the cart, yeah.
Cart.
Oh, cart, right.
Carl
Fuck.
is pulling the cart.
My brain!
Bye bye.
I mean, are you doing it at the cart? Or are you doing it like by the fire?
Probably by the fire because the cart.
The bumpy cart is probably not a
Bumpy
great idea to
cart,
do
not great.
while...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm writing by the fire.
So does she do it whenever... Do they do it when everyone's asleep?
No. Just when we're stopped to camp.
I'll kind of tap your shoulder then.
Huh?
What's the letter to? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I'm writing to my parents.
Oh, well, can I ask where are they? Or do you know which direction?
I mean, they're just kind of staring around, just like, okay, which direction? Where do I point?
Do you know what town? Or the name of said town?
Oh, I know the name. It's Aylstorm.
Do I know which direction that is, Don? Since, if I remember correctly, we have a fucking map.
By this point, you'd be able to pull it out. It is more towards the eastern side of the continent. More east than the town you guys originally met up at.
Okay. So it's east from where we are now, or is it in a different direction than where we're headed?
You guys.
I'm always bad with maps.
If right now you're heading in the eastward direction towards La Crozon.
Okay.
Because that was the direction you need to go from the mountains to La Crozon.
Little point on the map. Okay, so they're east from here then. Or further east than where we're going.
Oh, yeah. That's neat.
Do you know what you're doing?
Oh, yeah, they know most of the details of what I'm doing. I try to write back when I can, when I'm not busy or traveling, and actually I'm out of town long enough to send a letter. I don't usually expect a response because I keep moving on. But I think that it's usually nice for them to know what I'm getting up to, just without the whole, yeah, I nearly died again today, that sort of stuff. I mean, usually.
If we keep coming back to this capital, you could tell them that they could have letters delivered to the Adventurers Guild. And I'm sure they'd hold on to them for you until we get back.
I could do that. Yeah. That makes sense. That'll be good.
If I'll be able to get letters from them, they'll be able to know that their child is doing wonderful things. It works out.
Yeah, I hope they already think I'm doing wonderful things from what I've been telling them.
I'm sure they're thinking, oh, that's so great. Oh, no, what is this child doing? Why is this happening? What?
I skimp on the worst bits. I mostly tell them the good stuff, the fun stuff. I'll definitely be telling them about you guys. I think it'll make Mom happy. It'll make Mom happy knowing that I'm not alone.
So long as I have a say in it, you won't be alone on this. You're fun to have around.
I'm glad you think that.
She'll nudge them. Just remember not to stay up too late. Because I'm sure that our little mule will be very upset if he sees his favorite person dozing off because they didn't sleep well enough.
Now, when I said that my mom would appreciate me not being alone, I don't think she expected me to get another mom.
Okay, now look here.
They stick their tongue at you.
She sticks her tongue back. Just because I am a worrywart does not mean that I'm... Yeah, I can't even say that. That's a total lie. Good night!
Good night.
I'll leave them alone and head to bed.
All right. So after re-arriving in La Crozon, city is still bustling as it was before.
Hey, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Merci. What I miss?
You
Freya
guys
calling
have-
out Millie.
Freya called out Millie and was just like, I didn't expect to get another mom out here. And she's just like, I can't even argue with this. How dare you? Now look here. And afterwards, you guys arrive in La Crozon. So I'm presuming from the adamentation of you guys are heading back to get money.
I mean,
Money,
yeah.
money,
Money, money, money.
money.
Money, money, money.
All right. So, heading back towards the guild, the gentleman behind the counter who you first met is still there, kind of looks up at you, gives you a little half wave, and is like, you're back so soon. I would presume that means that you've a job well done then. I should hope, at least. Kind of like looks you all over, just like,
The mission was interesting, but it has been completed,
that's good. That's
as
good.
far as we can tell.
Motions to your papers for the mission.
I give him the papers.
He looks them over and he sees that the innkeeper signed off on it. Good, good. Flips it over and he looks at basically just the quick, detailed page on the back, and he sees that the innkeeper basically just wrote, "The fuck, the fuck."
Oh, hey, you guys are back early.
Medusa in the mine. What? Coxgun. Medusa in the mine.
He like motions to the paper slowly. I'm supposed to understand what happened from this or from you. Most people tend to want you to give the details when they write this.
Yes. It
I
We
like
did
that
give
tone.
him the details. That's probably why he wrote that down.
He probably figured we would be better explaining it.
I don't like that tone, but go on.
Well, I suppose we just start from the beginning. We arrived almost at the town before we were accosted by a blinded, so to speak, ogre. He was very adamant about nobody going into a mining system near the town. Spoke of someone called Nobody, who was very dangerous and should not be trifled with. Finding this rather unusual, we did our best to find out who this Nobody was. We spoke to the townsfolk, gained a little more information about what the mining system encompassed, and after we delved in, we found it was populated by quite a few creatures with the ability to petrify.
Ugh.
Basilisks, as well as strange statues that would come to life and attack you.
Ugh.
After dealing with those fairly well, we discovered that the mine was the home of Medusa. A cordial Medusa. We did not even have to fight her, we just talked. And came to
Yeah.
an understanding.
Welcome back.
And the innkeeper didn't say anything about taking out the Medusa, anything like that.
Well, based on the fact that the mining system had inadvertently dug close by her home, and she had been there at least as long as the town had been established, if not longer, it didn't seem a very prudent idea to try to oust her from her own residence.
He gives like a half shrug. If they didn't ask you to take care of it, then it's not an additional point on your contract, so No worries there. I mean, if they ask for us to, hunting out her and whatnot, we'll do what needs to be done to, remove her, hopefully peacefully. But now we can actually put a note about that. You said Medusa up the mountain. Okay. He takes out a notepad and just writes that down, just in case they send anything down later. Evil people tend to make evil choices later on, so hopefully she'll just keep her head down and you won't have to deal with it. Kind of slaps it off to the side. Need to remind myself to put it in my books later. Oh, yeah, anything else that happened? You mentioned, right, the mountain pass was being attacked. Ogre, you said. Blinded?
Yes, another point about that. Originally, a band of ogres was actually attacked to attempt to delve into the Medusa's portion of the mine. None of them failed very well. 4 of the 5 of them eventually were turned to stone. One of them blinded one of his compatriots in an attempt to save him from a similar fate, and that was the one we encountered outside of the town. A fellow named Grusko, I believe, was the one who spoke to the ogres.
Mm-hmm.
You seem like stare at you for a second. It's like his expression doesn't change very much, but there's a very faint downward curve to his mouth as you say that name. And his eyes narrow just slightly, but he takes a momentary pause as he just kind of lets that last statement hang in the air for a second before he kind of just crosses his arms. Huh. Alright. Takes out another pen and quickly makes another note.
It seems as though
Seems as though what?
you recognize that name. You are familiar with it.
It's probably just, probably nothing, but
Nothing
my
can
job.
quickly become something.
Yeah, well, if we're lucky, you don't have to worry about it. I just need to take it up higher up in the ranks.
Raised eyebrow of what the fuck.
We
As
have already had to deal with nobody. It would not be out of the way to deal with nothing.
You're funny. He takes the paper, and you see that that beautiful fox that originally led you here just kind of like pop out from behind him, and he hands the
Oh.
paper off, and he's just like, "You take this to the guildmaster. Just he'll know what it is." And
Can I pet the fox?
it kind of looks at you, looks like it like makes motion like it's got something, and because it's got the paper in its mouth, like, "I'll be back."
Yeah.
Obviously, it doesn't say anything. It just kind of makes motion like he's like looks at you, just like looks back and like looks at you, just like
I have a job with
Yeah.
pets.
Mhm. It runs off to go deliver the message.
I just realized the poor Monty's sitting here like, why?
Once he just kind of like
I will
Speaking
scratch
of-
the guard.
That Drake is always laughing, and he worries me.
It fucking all I think is the fucking dog from fucking Pit Stop Penelope or Penelope Pit
Wacky
Stop.
races, yeah. Sneedley's dog. I can't remember the dog's
I
name.
can't remember the fucking name either.
Is it Muttley?
That
Isn't
sounds
it?
right.
Yes, it is.
In any case, we have completed our end of the bargain.
Like
Of
to
course,
actually
of
rest in a
course.
town.
Rooms are available, of course, and obviously he reaches behind the desk, kind of looks through some papers, starts mountain. Ah, give me just a moment.
Da 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 da.
And I do not believe it said. Double check. Nope, did not say the amount on the thing. Cool. So he comes back out and he puts a bag of money in front of you, slides it over to Nathala, who's been speaking to him. Divvy it out as you see fit. And
I will take the bag.
you have been given a bag of 150 gold
Nice.
to divvy out as you see fit.
Okay, so that's
There's 6 of
that's
us.
30 gold. 6? Oh, last. Right, of course, last. So
25 apiece.
yeah, I guess so. All right, lads, 25 each.
Fish, did you say 25? Excuse me.
I think I'm counting that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 25. Okay.
Yeah.
I heard 45 at first. I'm like, Nat, I will tackle you.
No, it's 25, yeah.
25.
Okay. I heard 40. I heard Sam say 45 for some reason. I'm like, you about
No,
to die.
25.
Don't shortchange me.
25.
Okay,
Okay.
said 25.
He did.
No,
Okay.
I'm not saying that
She
you
said
said
it
something
hurt.
different. I said I heard something
Okay,
different.
I just wanted to make sure.
Matt was finder's fee. It just takes a little bit extra.
Right.
Alright. So you guys have been paid. Is there anything you guys were wanting to do in the city?
I need that book up here.
Okay, so you want to go back to the shop that you originally found that in?
Mm-hmm. I'll drag the tall tiefling with me because why not?
And are you going to the Resplendent Reader or to Gil's Good Books?
Excuse me, it was Gil who had it.
Okay.
Because he said he would copy it for me while I was away.
Alright, so you head back to Gil's. Arriving there, Gil is got his glasses perched on his nose, just flipping through some pages as he finishes up something. When you hear the little ding 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 of you entering the door, he just kind of like glances up, just like, "Oh my God!" Gives a little wave. "You're back." Sets it off to the side, brushes his hands on his shirt, just like,
Your voice has changed.
"Sorry, got a bit of a cold."
Finish copying that book for me.
He motions to you, walks towards the back, and he pulls out it's not bound fully. He's got a loose binding which is wrapped in leather. He kind of sets it down, motions to it.
I will put down 15 gold.
He slides it over to you, takes the 15 gold, gives a little nod.
This is very much appreciated.
Your business is appreciated as well. Excuse me. Stayed up a little too long, and my throat's a little sore now.
You need some water?
A little bit.
I'll hand him my water skin.
He holds up a hand to deny, and he pulls out a bigger water skin from behind the table. Just kind of just takes a long drop from it. Just kind of shakes his head.
This is an extreme thirst.
God damn it!
Just like Paris.
Oh, you hoe! Fuck you!
That would be her wrestler title. You know, it's like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
That's like her quotes. You know what I mean? They're the big thirst.
Shortened to just the thirst after a while, or just big thirst.
God damn it!
Big hours.
Oh no!
This cannot end negatively.
I'm out the bookstore.
You're fine.
My business. Now I'm just fucking walking around with Nat in case she needs to do something. Damn you all.
I think there's anything I need.
Okay.
Actually, this is something I could probably do. I'd like to add a character. Would I know if there's anyone in the guild that knows anything about the kind of fighting techniques that we were talking about.
Which ones?
Martial ones.
Are you asking about martial weapons?
No. Martial adept kind of ones.
If you ask around, you'd be able to eventually find that there's a few people who are not necessarily adept, but they're fighters and they're skilled with the different abilities that they have at their services.
Mm.
Is there any particular type of person you'd want to look for in specific? Or just anyone who's available?
Well, not just anybody.
Okay.
Billy's just looking at Nat confused as to what the fuck she's doing.
Considering a little self-improvement.
For what? Because I already think you're perfect.
She gives her a little kiss on the cheek.
Well, you are a little biased.
I never said that I wasn't. Also, Limey, the fucking squeak.
That's what I was about to like.
It is warranted.
I'm thinking like maybe like an old soldier or like a weapons master.
Okay. If you're looking for someone like that, after you ask around for someone who kind of falls into more of that line, of course, there is one who matches all of those. A lizard folk named Hisku.
I like this name.
Kind of got a.
Do tricks are for kids.
He's got a reddish brown scaling. I'll spell his name out for you. And his weapons appear to be predominantly sort of bone that's been twisted and shaped in the way of a warhammer. And just looking at just kind of the types of bone, it's definitely not any bones you're aware of, because from the look of it, it's pretty big. In the sense that it's like, if this was like carved from something, it'd have either had to be from a large creature or probably a huge creature, just from the size of it. Because it looks to have been all made seamlessly from one piece.
Wow.
You see him just... Hey, can I be of assistance to you?
God, the slurping noises are what put me off.
I mean, accurate though.
He just dragged his tongue across his teeth. What of it?
Man got victim.
Hello. I am looking into improving my fighting skills. And I heard you might be the person to ask about such a thing.
Kind of makes a motion of like, well, it could be. What skills are you looking to improve upon?
Ways in which to turn a battle into my favor. Ways to confound, confuse, trip up my opponents.
There's plenty of ways that you can do that. If you want to really get into that, though, kind of motions. I can
Motions
show
at
you
what?
You get motions for you to follow. Just
Oh, okay.
buy me an ale after, and we'll see if you can stand up to the punishment. And he takes you basically towards kind of the pit where you guys fought the animated armors initially,
Mhm.
and he allows you to train with him.
Mhm.
He's not really gentle.
I didn't expect him to be if he's wielding a potentially huge bone
It's,
made weapon.
It's a it's a warhammer. It's not a maul, but it is whatever it was. It was seamlessly made from a singular piece.
Still.
But at several points as you're fighting, he uses various maneuvers to put you into a place where you're pinned down. All of a sudden, you feel like his tail wrapping around your leg, and you're just like, oh no. He hits you, and all of a sudden, you're just on your butt, and he just kind of looks down at you. Again, come on, stands you back up. Come on. And you're not able to obviously learn it immediately, but with more training of this nature or similar sort of things, you could eventually learn how to do various things, such as being a martial adept yourself. You'd have to pick your maneuver, obviously, but
Mhm.
and practice it. But he's giving you ideas to enjoy yourself.
All right. All right.
And at the end of it, he kind of just motions to you. I want that drink.
Of course. You have more than earned it.
Don't worry. I always do. Motions to you and helps you out of the ring. Your legs are a little bit battered at times, and your wrists are definitely feeling it, especially from the amount of times that he would just like put the warhammer down and just also drag it down, just smack it against the back of your wrist to disarm you. But he takes you over and he gets his drink. Just has a good time. Sees Millie off on the side, just kind of. She yours?
It would be safer to say we are each other's.
You don't have to sit with me. You bought me my drink. Go on.
All right. All right. I will go over and sit with Millie.
You get to enjoy the rest of your evening with her and her getting to help tend to the various.
Oh, for the first 5
bruises.
minutes, she's still staring at the guy.
He's like, or
No, it's anger. She's gay. I'm not.
I figured as much. That being said,
Let me use the hiccups.
our good friend Julius was wanting to sell the gems, correct?
See,
All right.
the only thing you told me is 5 gemstones.
Yep. So you're taking them by yourself to a jeweler?
Sure.
Or someone coming with you?
Someone goes with him, he's not going to stop him.
I'll come with.
Okay. So you and Faria are going then.
Julius has to go sell these nice shiny things.
Oh. Okay.
All right. So you guys roll an investigation check, either separately or with advantage.
Which would you prefer, Millie? Or
Faria.
Limey, sorry. Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, with-
I'm
How
happy
about
to
we
roll
do both
separately.
individually?
Let's do separate, yeah.
I'm feeling lucky if things go bad, aka I'm feeling lucky.
A. There you go.
Better! It's a 10 now.
They'll beat ya.
You guys,
Y'all can both technically use your familiar for advantage if Don lets it.
I want to say no
I
to
have
this
an
because they don't.
owl!
I want to say no to this mostly because of the fact that they're not. This is not an area that they're familiar with, so they're not able to actually give advantage.
Fair enough.
That's fine.
That being said, Faria, eventually you notice a place that's kind of off to the side, and you kind of tap Julius and point it out. It's a little.
They have more shinies.
Oh, Julius was totally gonna take a left down that alley, but this sounds better.
Just don't worry about that alley. Nothing's down that alley. The place is it's got glass windows to kind of look in and see into it, and it has a collection of different items behind counters where you can see there's clearly very strong boxes that have been put in for putting in various gems, but there's a few that are on display that are probably of lesser value just to be, eye-catching and such. As you enter, the little bell ding 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 ding, and you see a person with thick glasses just make their eyes just like look really big behind them as they quickly pull them down, kind of look over, squint at you, put them back on. Just to, again, the eyes just kind of expand behind the view as you see this little gnomish lady with her hair done up in a bun, very very colorful, very very plain in the colors, but very like extravagant. Almost like she looks like it was had this vest carved from various gemstones and such, and it's quite lovely to look at. But she kind of like adjusts her glasses.
Oh, hello there. How are you all doing this fine day? Welcome to my shop. How can I have assistance?
Julius, wait, you need assistance?
Yes. And how
This
may I
one
be?
here is looking to sell some gems.
Oh,
Yes. I found these when we were down in a cave. Julius found these, and he just puts down the 5 gems.
okay.
She is going to inspect them real quick. She inspects them all real quick and looks them over.
Interesting. Very nice.
Very good. Looks them over. The last one actually takes her a little bit longer because she like looks at it, just like, I know what you are. I've seen you before. And then she like takes it, looks at her her thing and realizes there's like a smudge on it. She rubs it off and then looks at it.
Oh, yes, it was what I thought. My apologies. Did you want to know what they all were or just of worth?
Sure. Julius is always interested in shiny things worth money and knowing more about them.
This one,
Reaches down, picks up this one of them was a transparent like pale yellow brown color.
this is a citrine. It's depending on who you sell it to, generally worth around 50 gold, which is what I will be offering to you.
Says it off to the side.
This one here is a shard of onyx.
It's opaque with bands of black and white.
Also 50 gold.
Sets it off to the side.
Some might offer more if it's a larger piece, but for that one, 50 gold is more than fine. These ones, though, these ones that I'm sure you'll enjoy, and that I will enjoy making into jewelry in the future. This one
Reaches down and picks up this violet colored gemstone. Just kind of turns over hand.
This is a garnet, worth up to 100 gold pieces. Very, very pricey. Very good. Good size, too. I could make this into so many things.
Sets it off to the side.
This one here is a amethyst.
This deep, transparent purple gemstone that she holds up.
Also, same as the garnet. Sets it down. And the last one, same as the both before. This is jade. Holds it up and you can see that again. It's got that translucent light green color to it. Kind of like turns it over in hand slowly. It's going to take me so long to carve this properly, but I haven't seen a specimen like this in a while. I'll give you an extra 20 gold for the jade piece.
Fiore's eyes have been just slowly growing wider and wider.
Julius just shakes his head up and down with a smile.
So in total, you would be getting 420 gold.
Julius just smiles and looks at Fire and goes, "Well, not a bad day's work, Julius thinks."
No! No, not at all. Holy fuck.
Julius is wondering, would you mind if... And he looks at the pile and he just takes a little bit off to the side. If I take this, I have something I need to do with it. Specifically, it's 14 of the gold pieces.
14?
So it'd leave 406.
Or we can do 20 if you want.
Let's go 20.
Okay.
That way they won't get confused. I'm not gonna question why you want it, but it's better to actually take a round sum instead of having other people ask, why did she only give you 406? That kind of thing.
Julius does not disagree.
No.
And you just see him take that 20 and he puts it off into another sack. Which, by the way, Guru, how far are we from my home by flight?
You're a decently long way away from home. It would take, if you were just traveling the entire way, you've probably been about a month to month and a half distance away if you were just going straight from where you are to there.
I'm guessing there's no kind of mail system.
There's mail system. It's essentially
I thought
Pony
that's it.
Express, where they have a messenger who you can give it to. They'll take it to people in that city of your specification, and those people can then pick it up.
Julius has one more stop to make on the way back to the hotel.
Alright.
And I would like to stop at said Pony Express.
It's
Good
generally
coincidence.
just 5 gold, depending on the distance, and for your particular distance, it is 5 gold. If it's just
Perfect.
like around the block, they'll usually do it for like a couple silver or gold, but for this, 5 gold, and they expect part of the payment will be taken out later on. But if you're just paying the 5 gold up front, you slap it down.
Yes. I paid up front, no problem.
Okay.
How much would be for my letter?
For yours would be 4 gold.
Okay.
Speaking of Dawn,
Hmm.
can I buy some parchment? Well, fucking Fariha gave me an idea.
Depending on where you wanted to buy it from, you could buy it.
What do you mean, dependent upon what? I'm so confused.
Where are you buying it from?
Are there different stories? I'm so fucking confused.
Yes, there's Gels. Is one of
also
them.
parchment.
And then there's the Resplendent Reader.
Oh, I'd buy it from Gels. I like Gel.
Okay. Let me double check real quick to see if there's an actual price on parchment.
I didn't know he sold it at a bookstore.
He uses it to write his own stuff, but he's willing to sell it. Yeah, how many sheets are you looking to buy?
For the moment, just 10.
Okay, 1
My
gold
voice
piece.
just cracked. I also need an ink. Also, that would just be 66 gold and 6 silver.
Yes. I was just doing the quick math.
Nice.
The ink for a 1 ounce bottle is 10 gold.
Okay. How much can 1 ounce write, actually?
Quite a bit.
Okay. So 11 gold in total.
Yes. Because you're only using a little bit when you're dipping it into, write.
Fair enough.
Wait, is that 420 getting split?
The 420
Yeah.
is getting split.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought Sam was just
Well,
gonna keep that.
400. No, I kept
400 is
20
getting
out,
split.
but I
Alright.
didn't 20. Everything I kept is gone now.
Patala was about to just be fine with it too. Just like, yeah, let
You
him
didn't
keep
know.
the 420. It's fine. Yeah, he wouldn't have cared even if he did.
But yeah, you're getting 66 gold.
Nice.
Julius sent off 100 gold to somewhere,
Okay.
and I think you should know where.
I believe I do. You can remind me in DMs later. That being said, with you guys, I'll starting to wind down a little bit. Also, I need to remember to add lusts for 66 gold.
66 plus the other.
I added that already. I made
Okay.
sure that she was. I'm making sure she's caught up on things.
What time is it roughly?
By the time that the sparring's done, by everything else, it's getting close to the end of the day.
You guys notice Batalon has not moved. So he's just been sitting down in the same area the whole day.
Eventually she'll poke him.
Yes.
You doing alright there?
Mm-hmm.
You haven't moved. I had to ask.
Huh?
You haven't moved.
I've been contemplating.
Can I ask what? I swear to God, if this is a silence in which Batalon is legit just waiting for her to genuinely ask.
She doesn't understand what's happening.
She's asking what is he contemplating.
He just shrugs.
His life.
Yeah.
So bad as that.
Trying to figure out how to make my god like me.
How do you know he doesn't already?
I don't.
Maybe.
That is the point.
I'm sure if you just continue doing what you're doing, that he'll like you.
I don't know. I went down pretty easily last fight.
I mean, to be fair, it wasn't like you got knocked out. You faced something that could petrify you.
Yep, and I went down rather quickly.
Luck of the draw. Sometimes it can't be helped. Maybe we can find you something that helps with petrification.
I'm fine. Honestly, I'm good.
Alright. Just remember to come in, alright? Oh wait, is he meditating inside or outside?
He's not meditating. He's
He's
just
just sitting.
sitting in a.
He's just
He's just
sitting.
in a chair, sitting at a bar, just and just
Is he sitting
hasn't moved much.
cross-legged or is he
No.
just
No,
sitting?
he's just
He's
sitting.
just big
Okay.
chilling. My man is just big chilling. Just
The bartender's just watching him.
Look at Julius.
everybody else bounced, and Batalon just stayed here.
Just remember to get some sleep, okay? So you're not exhausted.
Okay.
I'll see you later, Batalon.
Okay.
And I'll fucking help Nat to her fucking room because holy shit, she's sore and I don't trust her to walk.
Obviously.
Now that I have some gold pieces in my pocket, I'd like to try to make something.
Oh.
I want to make kind of a Tanglefoot bag with my alchemy supplies, but I want to make it more of, instead of it just being pure sticky substance, I want to make it so it's a rapid growth of sea life, you know what I mean? To make it difficult terrain in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
Just coral and shit. Just fucking sprouts from the whatever it is.
From wherever you
be.
throw it.
Yeah.
I'd say for that, specifically, that's not going to be as alchemically based. That's going to have some magic involved with it. And with the supplies you currently have, you, at the moment, wouldn't be able to make it. Just because you don't have the necessary components to have it sprout up sea life, like coral. You'd have to get something
Coral.
to
Yeah.
base it
Understandable.
around, basically. But you could eventually make something like that.
Yeah, that's what he's thinking of, like how that would work. He's also just contemplating life in general.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't take getting petrified well. He's gonna just go like, okay, but Mr. Barton, do you have like bathtub or something,
Yeah.
or like
It's in your room.
big tub,
You got one in your room.
big tub,
How big?
big.
Why?
I want to sleep in it.
You see, like, open his mouth, just like,
Big tub.
I mean, your friend asked about that before, that Julius fella. He might be near one of the areas we got, but there's, come here, motion's over, and there's an area that's essentially like a pool area where it comes up about chest high if you're just, standing in it. Just chest high on you, mind you.
Yeah.
So for a lot of people who are shorter, it's
About 6
daunting.
feet tall,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, it's
Full 6 feet
6 feet
deep.
deep, yeah. And he kind
There's
of
7
motions.
inches to spare.
Yeah, he kind of motions over like there's things that we've figured out how to pump full of air to make it so you can actually float without having to worry about sinking under the water later. But friends
How
is like
much?
hmm?
How much must I pay to sleep in it for the night?
Just don't pee in it.
Got it.
If you're peeing it, we'll have issues. Just people breathe that.
Got it.
You got this chemical. It makes it turn blue.
No, no.
It's a magical potion, Sam.
Oh no.
Yeah, but Talon will just go like for the rest of the day / night and for like all night long, just be in that water, like almost completely submerged for a good portion of it.
Okay. So you guys complete your little shopping expedition, quickly getting the stuff that you need, selling the stuff that you need, getting yourself some extra bank. You guys get some rest. And you guys level up.
Hey,
Level 4.
I need to pull up shit from Blood Hunter.
Paris is cackling, so I guess that's a good thing.
Done.
You know what I love about that though, Guru? Is the fact that Batalon spent the entire day contemplating, and because of it, he got a little bit wiser.
Yeah.
Because of the ASI, he got a little bit wiser because of it.
That he does.
He now has, yeah.
Go ahead, Butters. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
Batalon's now
Now, high? How high?
a 20 strength and a 18 wisdom.
Nice.
He is now big chillin'.
Done.
Yes.
Look at Melancy. Finally!
Ah, you're doing that thing. Alright. During the night, as you guys are resting, 3 of you are in a dream. Batalin, Faria, and Julius. I'm going to drag all of you over to...
All the Warlock boys. All the Warlock boys.
Yep. I'm going to drag you all over to Discord.
Wait,
Why?
question. So, does that make me does that give me half the dream?
You're still in the dream, boy.
Oh, no.
So I'm going to drag you over.
May God have mercy. Sorry, may Malakish have mercy on my soul.
I'm still setting up my page real quick. No worries.
You're fine.
Tamora's blessing be with us all.
Of course. So, you guys are dreaming. And at first, it's your average dream. Restful. You're expecting nothing. Then, after a little bit, you find yourselves not necessarily awake, but you're conscious of the dream. And as you have this consciousness of the dream strike you, you find yourselves feeling drawn towards a part of the area that feels warm. Like a small fire, if you will. As you move towards it, unconsciously curious, you see a campfire that, as you all come around it, you'll see one another. In front of you is the fire is
Julius
burning.
has never dreamed about any of you before.
Why did you need to say that out loud?
Because you hear him say that.
Yeah, that's why we are responding.
Not the dream I was expecting.
No. Wait, you guys are all dreaming too. This is not just a figment of my imagination.
Shared dream. Oh, this is great. Oh,
He's had worse dreams.
we're having a shared dream. That's amazing.
Oh shit.
In front of you, there are 4 log seats.
Kitten is chewing on my mic from my headset.
Kitten, please. Do you guys take a seat?
Sure.
Yep.
As you all sit down, it's just the crackling of the fire for a little bit, and each of you notice minute little changes about the seat that you're all sitting on. Not that you yourself are, but the others. Batalin's seat becomes a little more defined in a sense that it's turning into a seabed, where there's bits of coral that wrap around themselves, turning themselves almost throne-like behind him. For Faria, it looks more grown, more of a meadow-like, with trees seeming to frame behind her, of a pale silver. And behind Julius, there's water and a wildness that just seems to grow and draw the eye in so many directions, but always those directions draw back towards Julius. And then, at the 4th section, you see the logs slowly thin out into a bar of gold. Long bar, like a seat, as you see a serpentine form. Not incredibly large, but large enough to be about the size of one of you. Curl up and just stare at you all for a moment, tongue flickering out slightly before, in your minds, you hear, "Welcome, pact bearers."
Ah! Julius does not recognize you, snake figure.
Wait, what is this?
It is a serpent
What is
that, as it turns towards you, you see a shimmer in the air as all of a sudden a pair of wings sprout out and just flicker out incredibly wide, just kind of seeming to expand into the ethereal bounds behind everything as it just stares at you for a moment.
Oh,
Have I heard of this thing before?
Roll a religion check.
Yeah, because it sounds like it might be a water thing, maybe. I don't know. Fucking religion. -1 out this bitch. 16!
heard of creatures like this before. They're called quattles. Granted,
What?
Couatl. The idea that there's a creature like this that's able to do something like what you're currently experiencing, that's new though. This is not what you've heard. What you would also know with the 16 is that they're generally caretakers and they tell the truth. They may not tell the full truth. They may omit a few things if they feel that the person they're speaking with needs a measure of distrust between them, but they will tell the truth.
What do you want, Mr. Quattle?
Mr. What?
It is a Quattle. You do not know of Quattle? It's Quattle.
No.
Is
I'm
Quattle.
pretty sure not.
Is Quattle.
Hey.
But yeah, what do you need, Mr. Quattle?
I always greet those who bear a pact when they enter my abode.
Julius does not think he is trespassing. If he is sorry and will leave.
What
Yeah,
is
this is
your
not the
abode
first-
exactly?
This
You,
I
isn't
was
exactly
kind
the
of
first time that we've
sleeping
accidentally
water.
walked into someone else's home. We're really sorry.
you are not trespassing.
Well,
You were invited. And as it says that, there's a little spectral image, like starlight, that coalesces in front of you into the form of a fox that just kind of has his tail
Oh,
flickering back and
you
forth.
weird fox thing.
Julius recognizes you. Hello.
Would I know the abilities of a Quattle?
Not specifically. You know the mythos and the religious implications of them, but not their abilities.
Alright. Because out of character, I know what this thing can do, but yeah.
That's out of character
But
knowledge.
yeah, what do you. Why did you bring me here? I'm very curious.
I second this question. Why are we here?
You all have something in common. You all are willing to seek and ask for things. And as it says that, you can see behind each of you different forms. Behind Batalin and as these are appearing, by the way, you can feel the presence of your patron, seeming to almost peek over your shoulder.
No.
For everyone else,
Hi.
they see from behind that coral throne a shadow seem to loom behind him as a large, almost too immense to fully grasp.
Like,
Form.
huge fucking kaiju, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just seeming to like a faint flicker of an eye and something moving in front of it before it slowly closes. By the way, while I'm describing the next one, Julius, can you give me the description of your patron again, just so I can make sure I describe it correctly?
Give me 1 second. I can actually give you an image.
Please and thank you. Behind Faria, you see that wild growth seem to be drawn in towards a robed figure with starlight kind of glimmering through long hair that comes down, at least to around the shoulders, and eyes that when they open up are just these pools of liquid mercury, and a soft,
Oh.
very faint smile as they cup their hands together and just seem to just stare at you with this kind, very soft expression before they fade backward into the wild around her. And let me wait on Sam real quick for that image.
As we look for Julius, there's just another Julius standing behind him. He is his own patron.
Well, if I'd be allowed to be. No, I had an image and I can't find it, and I had a kitten wrestling me, so.
You're fine, man.
I quote unquote I had a kitten wrestling me. And I'm guessing the kitten won.
No, I put her down onto the floor because I was.
You
sick
put
of
her down.
clawing.
Oh, sorry.
Now.
My stomach only can handle getting clawed at so much.
Obviously. In the wildness of the images behind Julius, you see some of it seem to coalesce, almost like the Cheshire Cat. And you don't even see the form fully. You only see part of it with a very angular mouth that pulls into a grin with eyes that seem to just kind of flicker open and just stare at you, kind of bobbing from side to side. And with each bob of its head, you hear little bells chiming in the distance before they close and just fade away into the wild.
Is his patron Santa?
If Santa has an angular face and eyes that look mischievous, sure, you can believe that. But no, it does not look like Santa. It looks more animalistic. There's something not feral, just like it looks more creature-like in its appearance.
Ah.
All of you who are pact bearers are those with whom I can speak with. I did not intend to drag you into this. You see the Quaddle look to Batalon and give a kind of a resigned bow of the head, just like an apology. But you are a pact bearer, though celestial you are not. Your patron is. None of you are celestial, but your patrons are. Each of you.
That is a big coincidence.
I would say so. 3 celestial bound. Together. Walking around.
I mean, I knew Nalakish was God, but I didn't know that what necessary celestial is.
Of a higher divinity. Of a plane of power. That being said, you see it rapid swings around itself, seeming to almost be ponderous for a moment. I may reach out to you all again at some point. I have no authority over you. I do not intend to imply such things. But if you will permit, I can continue this bond and allow for you to be made aware of details should they become necessary.
What kind of details?
Ask me a question, and I will see if I can answer.
I'm good.
Nods his head to you.
What is the meaning to life, the universe, and everything?
Julius!
22.
What are you looking for out of life?
To make a better one for those I care about?
Then you are already fulfilling that purpose. And with each step that you take towards that, the meaning of the universe for you will improve and grow stronger.
Actually, that's not bad.
Turns to Faria.
Are you waiting on me to ask a question?
I told you that you may ask a question.
Um,
If you wish to hold off on it.
Reroll Sam.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
roll
reroll
1
one.
HPs. Yeah, we reroll that. Much better.
I mean, currently my mind is still trying to catch up to what the fuck is happening. So
From what I
maybe if you
understand,
ask
yeah.
Talon first, or if Talon asks your question
Nah.
Talon
first, and
said that he
Yeah.
was alright.
I'm good. I don't want to ask anything.
okay.
I feel like asking things could mean I owe something, so I'm
You
good.
owe me nothing. I tell the truth when I say this. This is not
Julius
meant to
got it.
make you feel as though you are obligated to do anything. It is to show the sincerity of my request.
Am I doing good work?
From what I've heard, you are. But I cannot say that in all knowledge. If you mean in terms of it yourself, you may need to ask yourself. If you refer to your patron, it is your patron you must ask.
They turn around in their seat and go, "Hey! I saw you just a moment ago.
Behind
I
you?
know you're here. Am I doing a good job?"
There's silence for a moment, and only you feel a faint breeze brush against your cheeks, seeming to cup it for a second. And for a brief second, you feel like someone lays a kiss on your forehead.
Well, I am not sure exactly of if I'm doing great by my patron, but I'm trying and I can't figure it out myself.
A good mindset to have.
Because honestly, I'd hate to upset that guy. I don't want to know what him upset looks like.
He did
Considering
look kind of scary.
what some gods can be like, I can imagine. If you have no more questions, Talazian, I can send you back to your dreams.
Julius is curious if we can play around with this group dream. Julius can think of many fun things to do with this.
If you wish to enter the dreams of yourself, you can simply think of this place as you rest, and you'll be able to dream of this place. If the others
Julius-
do as well, you will be here
Oh.
together.
You see, Julius looks sad. He goes, "Oh, so Julius can't enter others' dreams."
No. This place
Oh.
is for you to come and commune, not to warp the dreams of others.
Like tears just start falling from his eyes.
It doesn't seem
Come
phased.
on.
Just kind of nods slowly in understanding.
Batal looks very contemplative.
Julius could have had so much fun.
I don't understand the point of us being here exactly.
We have a place to talk in private if needs be.
And I have, with your permission, made this a place where I can speak with you, if need be, from wherever you may be on this plane. Therefore, if information changes, I can reach out to you, inform you, and potentially save you. Or you can dream to ask me a question, and I can let you know what I know, should I know it.
So are you Fox? Or
I am
like that?
Quodal.
I know what you are, but like, are you also that Fox that we see on occasion?
It is a form I use to look at people without them thinking of me as a divine entity. I am.
mean, you are
Millie has been requesting to pet celestial entity. That is funny.
We'll keep it a joke between us. You
I
hear a
mean-
soft chuckling in your head. Apparently, it finds it funny as well.
What finds it funny?
The Kodal.
Okay. And she just goes, I thought you meant my God. I'm
No.
like, my God finds. I was like, now he finds something funny. Yeah.
I was getting confused too when he said, "Are you the fox?" And I'm sitting here going, "Wait, are you saying you're Reynard? You've been walking around with me?"
No, the fox that initially led you to the guild.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Okay. If you need something, don't feel free to ask.
It nods.
This is really weird, man. You know.
This world is filled with strange things, and you will find that there are strangers still out there. It flaps its wings slowly, and as it pulls its wings back, you can kind of feel like a pull towards it, and then it throws its wings back, and you guys are thrown back into your respective places where you guys wake up, and it is morning, and we will head back to the group. How dare you
Knock,
be lonely?
knock, open up the door. It's
Why, Butters?
Hi.
Don't wait
I've
to
been
get
in
it
silence
on
for 20
because
minutes.
X gonna deliver it to you. Knock, knock, open up the door. It's real. It's gonna not stop.
Butters sounds broken. What
Good things.
Many things.
happened?
He popped another cherry.
God damn it.
I'm
Stop
dead.
fucking doing it!
Batalon drowned in the water.
Yeah, in his dream, he just started drowning, and
I got forded.
First of all, I know you're lying because he breathes.
Cause he what?
I'm pretty sure he breathes underwater.
How the fuck would a human breathe underwater?
Just because you're a human doesn't mean that you can't do that via spells, invocations, and other such things.
I have access to 2 first-level spells, Paris.
And no invocations.
How the
And no
fuck can you stay
invocations.
underwater for like 3 fucking minutes without drowning then?
He can stay underwater for technically 5.
He stayed underwater for longer than that when he was talking to his patron, or not patron, but if I remember correctly.
No,
he
stayed
somehow
under
did
there
not
for
drown.
Just 5.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Then he came up and went, whoa.
of course.
Fucking, he's just a human. And you fucking forget this. He doesn't have any fucking invocations. He
Doesn't get any of that
Shit, it's
special shit.
So Batalon pulls so much crazy shit out. Breathing underwater at this point seems like a moot thing.
Might get blessed with that one day, but for now, fuck no.
So, you guys
Batalon-
are awake
Matt
this
is
morning.
still not here.
Matt is still being a silent pain in
No,
the
he
butt.
said back in a bit.
Get your butt
Yes,
back
they're
here
back.
then.
Barrier
So
is
he's
getting
around
out of
family.
bed and running off to find Julius.
Alright.
Do they know where Julius' bedroom is?
It depends.
Depends.
There's the bedroom that they were assigned, and then there's the pool room where he and Batal.
Wait, I thought y'all were in a bedroom together in the first
Nope.
place.
2 of them were in
Wait,
the same
did-
pool, but
Wait,
3
did
was-
Julius sleep in the pool too?
yes.
Yes.
That's great. Yeah. Just Julius the Batalon big chilling in the pool. Oh my god.
I'll go find the pool then. And get
That's
really
a
confused when they find Patel in there as well.
Fuck!
A Triton and the follower of a fish god are in the pool. How does this surprise you?
Well, he wasn't in the pool the last
Technically,
time.
octopus god.
I was about to say, I'm like, an octopus isn't a.
Underwater, aquatic creature.
Aquatic.
Semantics.
Semantic, exactly.
If Rika's just confused, leave
But
them
yeah,
alone.
I'm guessing Furia finds us.
Yeah, they find the pool and they find them both in. They just kind of stand there and go, I'm not gonna question why you're both in the pool, but I just want to confirm, did that actually just happen?
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck. And they run
Come-
out again.
Wait, come
So
get
wait.
the pool. The water is freezing. It's great.
Did you dream about Julius too?
I dreamed about all of us. Your patron looks really weird.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Julius guess. I don't know. Julius never
It
thought
looks
about
like
it.
abstract art.
Abstract.
I kind of dig it.
Well, to be fair, yours was like mind-blowingly big. So,
Kind of terrifying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, what
that's
the fuck?
Yeah, that's kind of the best part of it. Or it. I am not sure of Nalikish's gender. Pretty
Welcome
sure
to my
boy.
world.
Yours was just kind of what I expected. Going to be honest.
I'm not sure whether to be confused or flattered, so I'm just going to go with confused. Or conflatted.
That's what that is.
Right?
Now, if the look of our two patrons switched, now that would be confusing. That wouldn't fit whatsoever. But yeah, how are you all feeling today? As he just gets out the pool and just proceeds to dry himself off and put his pants.
Julius is still just laying there going, not bad.
That was interesting, and I think I need some breakfast. Let's go get breakfast. Ugh.
Breakfast is set out for people. If you want to pay just the 5 silver for breakfast, you guys can do so, and you will get a very good breakfast. Hearty, definitely an adventurer's type of meal.
Done.
Yeah.
Has it occurred, or is this a gradual thing that I've done?
He's been growing, so I'd say that when you wake up, by this point he's clearly gotten big enough to where he's, he's notably at a size where you're just like, you were thinking he was big before, and now you're like, yeah, you are way too big now.
Is he a
Wait, so-
large boy now?
He's a large boy now.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, so did this just occur?
No, it's the realization now.
Okay. Also, can he fit through the door?
He has to squeeze, but yes, he can.
Is there like a
Sorry,
shedding? Like, do drakes shed their skin?
Yeah.
Their scales.
Or their
should.
skin? So is there just a huge husk of like, like if you know
Drake
what I mean?
scales. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
He had a very uncomfortable night, but when he woke up, he was feeling much better, and he looked quite nice and clean. The husk of, dead Drake scales off to the side is a little bit of you going,
Off-putting?
oh, for you, it's normal for you to just like, oh, come on.
There's not a trash can nearby, is there?
Big enough for it? No.
Oh, Jesus!
If sandwiches don't exist, neither do trash cans.
A waste
I will stand
disposal
by
area?
this.
Yes,
Excuse me?
I'll
What?
stand by this.
No. Okay,
There can
first
be
things first, how old do you
piles.
think sandwiches are?
No, Guru's determined that there's no such thing as sandwiches.
In the world of
Move
Ice,
on.
this one is
Move
a
on.
place that does have sandwiches.
Okay, would you consider a falafel a sandwich?
it's a full awful.
That's
I'm
a
sorry.
good. That's a
What's
good
falafel?
question,
Waffle is
Sam.
not a sandwich.
Is a panini a sandwich?
Yes.
bringing up food.
The rest of the session is just going to be an argument about what to
No, it's not.
No.
So
I
I'm
don't know.
assuming I just have to carry down this giant depository of dragon scale.
You can, or you can.
If
Make
I
the
just
dragon
leave
Giant
someone,
suppository of dragon
or
scales?
a depository, fucking depository.
Suppository.
Little bit of a
something
difference
else.
in usage.
Yeah.
I thought
Oh.
I put a D.
Panini is a sandwich.
it
Everything
is.
that I'm pulling up literally just says, in parentheses, sandwich.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a sandwich.
Hot dogs are also sandwiches.
In a sense, yes.
Are these scales usable at all?
Possibly. You've seen them be used for a variety of different things. The fact that they're dead cells and such means that there's only traces of anything that could be like magical about them, which means that making something magical would take just a lot of time to do so. You have seen where Drake scales like this have been used and made into hide armor, which is pretty strong, or even scale mail armor because of the fact that it is scales.
I'll keep this shit then. Fine.
It's actually I'm gonna pull up something else in the background while you guys talk.
Oh,
walk
wait, the saddle
downstairs.
works.
You walk downstairs and you just see Batal and Fyria and Julius talking about sex.
About what?
Sandwiches.
Oh.
Confused look, but okay.
Look, I'm just saying.
Tells you best
if you want-
sandwich is where you take an egg, take meat, cheese, put it between bread, amazing.
No, I'm saying though, if you're gonna have a sandwich, you need to have butter in it. Sandwiches have to have butter. That's how they work.
She just
But you
walks
cook
past
the
all of
egg
them
in
and
the
orders
butter.
food.
Oh, you have not tried anything until you've had dragon butter. Especially Thalazi dragon butter.
That has her raise her head and look at you.
Okay,
Dragon-
I come
Wait,
from
hang
I
on.
come from a place that mostly grows crops, but I
How do
know
you
how butter is made at least.
how do
What?
you make butter from dragons? What?
First, you have to milk them, of course.
Yes,
They
milk
have
them.
That's
no
what I was worried
nipples.
about.
Thalazi dragons do.
What the fuck kind of dragons do you have?
Thalazi dragons.
Yes.
She's
they
looking
do.
at Free. I'm assuming Freya looks just as confused as Millie does.
Freya's got their head in her hands, just kind of like, oh god. I didn't want to.
Julius is just
I'm
sitting there going,
moving under Wansy to
Well, once you're just watching this, looking back between them all, looking back to you, just like, hmm.
He doesn't have nipples, right?
Have none of you have none of you had Thalazi milk or Thalazi
No!
dragon milk?
No, none of us
Oh,
want to
inter-
Tallahassee.
Interesting. We we
Julius has
exported sometimes.
Had something similar.
Oh no.
I'm
We
assuming Wansy
sometimes
has into-
export. Well, only my village though.
Nipples.
Really, other villages don't really leave island. Mine sometimes does, but almost never still.
Wansy, where the fuck?
Once he doesn't
They're
have
not there.
nipples.
What the fuck?
Once
what
he
the
is male.
Males have nipples.
Yes, but of a reptilian species.
Listen, if you
Guru
ever had
says
cashew
no.
milk, you never thought about where that comes from.
Guru
I
says
always
no.
wonder what the fuck.
Not necessarily a reptile. So, because dragons aren't reptiles technically.
They're reptilian in nature. They're still cold-blooded.
Well, not dragons. They're not cold-blooded. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any white dragons because they live in the cold.
Checkmate, flat earthers.
Oh
I don't know why that felt appropriate, but it kind of did.
no!
Don't you know it's the white dragons that make that circle of
Oh
ice
my
around the
God.
outside of the planet that keeps us all
I
from
forgot it keeps all the water on the planet. Yeah, I forgot about
Yeah.
that one.
the
Yeah,
white dragons who make that. Come on, man, everyone knows that.
exactly.
Oh
Millie!
Penguins, just
Ah.
baby dragons.
Oh god.
Millie, I did want to talk to you.
It-
If you've got the time.
Yeah. Yeah. What about?
Could you teach me how to speak Draconic?
Sure.
Like your drag.
Sure. But
Yeah.
why? If I may ask.
You know, back when we first got here and the guy was like, "Oh, good," and I said, "Oh, I'm good with languages," and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, listen to what I'm saying," when he was talking the fancy words of angels, and I understood what he was saying, but I couldn't say it back, and now I'm thinking just like, might be, like, sure, it's good to know what another person is saying in another language, but it might also be useful of me to
Be able to speak
No.
it as well.
I mean, a few languages at least.
Sure. You can teach you Draconic. So that means that Monsi will just be listening a lot.
He sticks his tongue out.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, can he talk? Well, he can't talk, but has he gotten better?
At speaking Draconic or Common? Because Draconic he can say stuff in.
Common. Draconic, I know he can talk, just normal.
Not in Common yet.
Oh, what happens once he grows so... Like, some dragons I know, especially in Thalasia, once they get big, they become very disobedient.
You see,
Well, he's a guard drake, not a...
you see him
the
looking
dragon.
between you guys, just like hmm.
She'll translate what he said to a Draconic. He understands Common, he just can't speak it.
I know. That's why he's looking between you. Then he looks at Batal and slowly just has this dopey like dog smile, just on the dragon.
I mean, he's already disobedient. He's just not violent. She'll gesture to him over her shoulder with her thumb.
Yeah, no, but then, like, keeping exotic pets can be dangerous, you know?
He's not a pet.
He gives you this insulted. How dare you look?
Well, what else would he be?
He's a companion.
What's
He's
the
not a pet.
difference?
I've worked together with him and just keeping him for looks and appearances.
Julius is just worried. What happens when you die and he grows up and then he would not be able to handle life in the wild anymore?
I thought you were about to do Aragon logic, Sam, I'll be real honest.
What, he dies too?
Yeah! Yeah! That's a good question. Does he die if she dies?
If any
If she
dragon
dies
is
of
raised,
old age, doesn't he then have to live his life on his own without ever living in the wild?
if any dragon is, well, they are first taught as at a young age on how to survive in said wild and how to take down prey. He is hunted with me in the past before, and if I die, he will just go off on his own, or he will return to the hospital where he may assist my family. Choice is his, not mine.
Batalon starts to say something, but then just doesn't. He says, how do...
How?
Never mind.
No, go ahead and say it. I'm open to questions.
No, you'll want to hit me.
I promise I will not hit you. I swear.
How
on
do
my
drakes
honor.
taste?
How do they taste?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'd like to try many foods.
I would assume. Do I know what alligators are?
You've heard and probably seen a few of them.
I would assume like alligator. I just haven't eaten one because
I don't know what
Well, obvious.
alligator is.
think this just low to the ground and she'll point to Monty.
He takes up a lot of space now.
Yeah, he grew a bit bigger than I expected.
Will he get bigger than this?
I'm hoping not. Because
if he
at that
does, that
point,
might be a problem.
at that point, he'll be about the size of a giant, and then we have. Is he taller than me?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Is he taller than me?
How tall are you?
6'7".
You can rest your
I
chin
don't
on his
imagine
shoulder
he's
if he's
stand-
standing.
Yeah, I would say if he's standing, which I don't think he is.
He's not standing at the moment. Like him sitting down, he's bigger than you. When he's
Big
standing
boy.
up, you can put your chin almost on his shoulder.
Hmm.
Lengthwise,
Big
he is
boy.
a big boy. Height-wise,
Lengthwise.
a little less. From ground to shoulder, he's about 6 feet or so. Lengthwise, he's probably good 12 feet.
Maria
boy.
just slowly reaches up above their heads
It-
for his cheeks
he-
and starts going, "We'll get big boy."
He
Look
leans
at
down
that
to
boy.
help let you reach up a little less, so you don't have to get
Out
on your
of- like-
tiptoes.
Out of character, like my
Look, big boy.
my true Louisiana boy just came out because I'm like, well, that's technically, well, if alligator gets that bag, you're legally obligated to kill him. Like just in my head. If alligator gets that big, you're legally obligated to actually put them down. It's an actual fact.
That's because alligators are already low to the ground, so if they get big enough to be at 6 foot, something's horribly wrong.
No, I'm talking about if they're like that long in length. If they're 12 foot in
Oh,
length,
yeah, no, yeah.
Hmm.
you're like, it's your legal obligation as a Louisianan to put them down.
Does the saddle even fit anymore? Or was this made to be adjusted for if he got bigger?
It was made to be adjusted, and this fits pretty much as you
Wait.
expected it to.
Guru, I thought about something. Okay, so you said he's 6 foot in width.
No, 6 foot from
No.
the ground to his shoulder.
That's not counting his neck, which is horrifying because he's a drake, so his neck's actually decently
So his head is he's able to look at you at.
I'm
little more
imagining a drake actually more like an alligator. What does it look like? Because I'm confused.
without wings at this point.
height. Think of it alligator like in some appearance, but built more like a Komodo dragon if the Komodo dragon had longer legs.
I can send him a picture of the guard drake.
Yeah, send him a picture of the guard drake.
Yeah,
Just-
probably. I will. Mostly because I was just imagining
Put it
as
in the Salute the
a
Sun chat.
reptile.
Yeah, no, it's more like a Komodo dragon, but if a Komodo dragon was built somewhat like a
Have
bear.
you seen a Komodo dragon when they like straighten their legs? It's like the most haunting image.
Ugh.
This isn't what he looks like, but it's his body type. That's what a guard drake looks like.
So imagine one of those the size of essentially a horse.
Why'd you put it in Temptations, if I'd say?
Oh,
No,
my
I
bad.
told you put in Salute the Sun.
No, I thought I was in Salute the Sun.
You're
and I
fine, you're
just
fine.
clicked wrong. There.
Yeah, even then, 6 feet in height for that thing is.
He's
It's
large.
because he's bigger than usual.
No, I'm saying because 12 feet long, 6 feet in height doesn't look like that would work with that body type.
You'd be surprised.
You'd say the same thing about a dragon if you thought of it with that body
No,
type.
I'm saying it would need to be longer than 12 feet.
You're
Are
probably
you doubting
right.
If
the
it-
walking chode logic?
Exactly. He would have a chode body. Exactly.
He,
It would
I
be
have
very
mentioned
strange.
he's a little bit chubby. I did mention this. He's probably
he's a-
closer to 15 feet, but if I get too much,
Yeah, Guru, that's what I'm
What?
saying. Because like the logic of its length to its height right there does not make sense.
We're playing Dungeons and Dragons where you can cast spells and cut yourself to make lightning. Why are you questioning the logic of this? I was
Because
throwing
body
out
types
numbers,
are still a
man.
thing.
I'm aware of this. I was throwing out numbers, man.
Here, actually, to give a better body type, because this is Monty's actual icon. There you go.
I think 4 feet tall and it's like 3 to 2. You know what I mean, or something like that. No.
Like I
He's a
said, I
large
was just
one.
throwing out
That's why he's
numbers,
6
not
feet tall.
sure exactly how long. So
Either way, I'm getting on this thing to see if he can handle my weight.
he kind of gives like this disgruntled when you sit on him, but he is able to handle
Am I
it.
too heavy for you?
Kind of like looks back at you, just like I'm not answering that.
Come on. You could admit if I'm a little fat for you.
In Interconic, he just kind of mutters, "Nah, just fucking with you."
I'll scratch under his chin.
He swears.
You don't understand what he's saying. You just hear growling from both.
You just hear.
Monster's
Eh,
not some little fucker.
yeah. It's not growling. I'll say that.
It's
not
an actual language.
Yeah, it's actual full
A
language, so I
growling
can
kind of
hear him
language.
speaking a language.
Hmm.
Even the Draconic's not necessarily growling. That's
I honestly I said a growly kind of language. Honestly, in my head, it makes me think of something that sounds more guttural than it is. Just because of Dragon's Dogma is why I think this. Because when the fucking dragon speaks and you can't understand him, that's all you hear. Like, you can see his tongue moving, you can hear the language, but it sounds like it's a language mixed with growls.
I imagine Draconic as a weird world serpent type thing.
That's giant.
Mm.
That actually is giant. Like, he's speaking giant. They say that in the game.
Well, it's a dead tongue of
It's
giant.
a dead
but
tongue,
yeah.
but yeah,
It's a dead tongue, but
It's
still-
giant.
It's giant. It's
And
like ye old English, but for giants.
Atreus clearly has the linguist feat, and he took giant as one of his
Fuck
languages.
hell. He was taught giant. It's fine.
That being said, as you guys are having breakfast, having a good time, are you guys going to be looking at the board, or are you guys going to be trying to head out on your own?
Looking at the board can't hurt. I'm waiting for Matt to get back just so I can hear his reaction to this, but fuck.
He said
Man,
BRB
he knows
over like
Spanish.
half an hour ago. And we're almost wrapping up the session.
He did not.
He did not what?
Butters, you cut out.
I
Butters?
think he said he was
yeah.
walking away and he would have his field hear us, but we wouldn't be able he wouldn't be able to
Yeah, but
talk.
no, he hasn't said anything.
He was
this
well
entire
aware.
time.
No, he was well aware he was gonna be back for a while because he didn't say "be right back." He said "be back." In a
Fair enough.
He also said his family's around, so that's probably what it is.
That'll do it. Alright, is there a
Damn
specific...
families won't they learn one day D&D is all that matters.
All that matters, obviously. Is there a specific direction you guys would like to be trying to head in, or...
I mean, I figured that we were going to the quest board, so is there a specific direction we need to go?
No.
Do
Other
we?
than
I mean,
There's
do we
just
want to
different
go?
quests.
Do we want to go investigate more of Gusgo, or do we just want to find a different
Yeah.
quest?
I figured that we were going to investigate Gooseco, but on the way to Gooseco is another quest anyway, so...
Yeah.
What
I
is
want-
Gusco?
Gooseco is the person who sent the giants down to the Medusa in the first place.
Why are we investigating them?
Because if he's sending giants to dangerous places, then he could very well send other people or other innocents to other dangerous places, get them killed, and just start all
They're
sorts
just-
of hell and chaos.
He's just giving people a job. I don't see problem.
The problem was is
Really?
that he knew what was down there, but he didn't inform them what was down.
How do we know he knew what down there exactly?
If I
He
remember
said-
correctly,
Yeah. There was some kind of. He said that there were weapons down there. There weren't. So he was lying.
he was trying to entice people
Or
down there.
he just had misinformation.
Then if we find him and we found out that he did give us information, then we leave him alone. But if he didn't, and we leave him alone now, then he could hurt other people. We're not going to stalk him to kill him. We're going to stalk to find out what he's doing.
I'm just curious why this is problem. I don't get it.
If he
Because
sent-
he's potentially hurting other people.
But they're just also taking the job without knowing the information, so is it also kind of their fault? Or their responsibility?
Well, think about it. If he gives this job to adventurers, and villagers hear it and go down there thinking, oh, it's just something that we can grab and it's safe, then a lot more people could get hurt.
Yeah, that just sounds like the information is getting spread falsely. It doesn't sound like his fault.
How? I'm not quite sure how to explain this.
Hmm?
How do
You
you? How do
You
you trust
guys
suppliers?
just kind of seem to enjoy. How do I say this kindly? Sticking neck in places where they don't have to be.
I enjoy helping people. That's why I am part of a hospital. So, yeah, kinda.
Just like, I like helping people as well, but like, if people go out of their way to get themselves hurt, there's nothing you can really do about that.
But if they don't know they're gonna get hurt, then that person is responsible for spreading false information in the first
So
place.
what are you going to do once you find him? That's
Find
the
out if he's
question.
spreading false information. If he
And
isn't,
if he
then
is,
okay.
and
If he is, then we need to take him in.
no. There's people falling for it. It's not his. Like it's. There's nothing legally you could do about it. I believe, at least not on Talazi.
You know what a con artist is?
On Talazi is if you stupid, you're stupid.
This isn't Talazi, though. Things
So
are
what could you bring him in for exactly? Lying?
false
don't
information and
believe-
endangering other people's lives.
I don't believe there is a liar's jail unless that is a thing in this place.
If you put
Is that
other
the
people's
thing?
lives in danger on purpose, then it is attempted murder.
They're just. This ain't gonna go well, but okay, let's do it.
If you don't want to do it, you can feel free to stay here.
No, I'm just know this ain't gonna go well.
Besides, we're going to the west anyway because we actually have another mission there.
Do we?
You do?
There's something in the swamp unless someone already took it.
Oh, that one has been taken down.
Okay, well then never mind.
There might be something new though. You
Yeah.
never know. We can have a look. I'm looking.
Yeah, no worries.
Yes.
I'm pulling up the information.
Okay.
I'm just having to type it down because I thought it was typed in.
Also, once we're done with this, I want to go back to the guild and see what I can find. Not the Adventurers Guild, the Ranger Guild. Or Beastmasters Guild. What is it? I don't know which one it is.
The Beastmaster's Con.
One of those will do, maybe.
Because I need to research shit that might be in other regions because I don't know if we're going back to the mountains.
Okay. So you're going to them first, or you're looking at the board first?
I'm looking at the board first.
Gru, was I awake whenever the stuff with the goose go, however you say it, went down?
Yeah, because we
Yes.
were being told by the ogre.
Yeah.
The ogre
All right.
told-
So
yeah.
I was not there. Explain what was said.
Guzgo was is a hill giant who hired these ogres to go into the mines seeking after either a trove or a number of weapons that were supposedly hidden in the mines by the foolish humanoids of the village. They didn't need to harm the villagers, they just needed to go down, get the weapons, and if they wanted to raid them on their way out, have at it.
If I remember correctly, that was also a blatant lie because there weren't any weapons down there.
Yeah.
We didn't go all the way down, I don't think. Also, is
We
the
went
thing.
to where they were, which is where all the treasure was. Which you technically wouldn't know because you were frozen. And you can't, if I remember correctly, you don't
Yeah,
have dark vision.
Batalon is convinced that this is dumb. Yes.
Well, of course he's always going to be convinced that it's dumb, but she's still going.
Obviously. And there was one other encounter that I had written up, so I just have to apologize. I thought that this was all written down for some reason. I probably wrote it down on the wrong thing, if I'm honest, but I will make do with it.
Mm.
Ooh, there we go. Is that a good one?
My fucking air freshener just sprayed me and just fuck out of me.
Oh, that reminds me. So a couple months ago, we got those automatic air fresheners in my home.
Right?
Out of no, but I wasn't informed of it. Neither was my father.
Oh,
So one day, we're just sitting there watching a show in our living room, and we're just started hearing this, and we just go, we leave a dog outside, and we're starting to move around. We're checking everywhere in our house. We're trying to figure out what the fuck it is. It takes us 2 hours to figure out it's an air freshener. It just does it every once in a while randomly.
Yeah,
Right.
because it does it like either every 9 minutes, every 18 minutes, or every 36 minutes are the settings that I have.
Yeah, we didn't know, so it's just we go searching for it. We're searching top down. We're going outside. We're going downstairs. We're looking everywhere. Like, did a dog get locked under the house in the crawl space?
Oh
Yeah,
my
no, it was a
God.
fun day.
My God.
I will. Here we go. Let me show to players. Show to everyone. There is a mission up following the Cold Highway, which leads to the north. There's one in the Yusan Desert, which is to the south. There's the Briar's Wood, which is near Yusan Desert, but more northern since it's south and to the west. Then there's the Undwin Plains, which is also to the west, which is more straight west.
Okay. Hang on. Give me the full
How
quest
far is
description just a
Briar's
second,
Wood
if you would,
on
please.
I
Unwind?
just made it so that you
I'm
can all
sorry.
see it. It's in the handouts.
Okay, thank you. Holy crap!
How far is Briar's Wood from the Unwind?
From Unwind, based off the difference between them, it's you'd hit Briar's Wood before you
Sorry,
hit
dogs.
Unwind.
No.
We'll
We
be
didn't
wait.
Hmm?
Did you put too many on that one? Or
Yeah,
is that
'cause it says
correct?
1,000.
1,000 GP plus 20 GP per boar hide brought back. Did you put too many zeros, or is that correct?
Do you ask the person
No,
the
to
counter?
Briar's Wood!
That's what caught Julius'
Yeah,
attention.
I'd ask him.
He looks at it and he's like, I can definitely ask about that. Yeah, we just recently got it in, so it's possible that they made the mistake before coming in, but the person who put it in there seemed very adamant when they left it there. 1,000
That
gold
seems
for...
Actual problem, then. We should go do that one.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean-
the first one to bring it up, and if you wish to
Excuse me.
have at that, by all means, have at that.
So, Briar's Wood, the Undwin Plains, and then potentially where Guzgo left. Speaking of which, one of your people... Wait, is this the same guy who looked like he knew Guzgo but didn't say anything?
This is the guy behind the counter, yes.
Speaking of which, again, I ask, why did you seem so concerned with Guzgo?
Guzgo's supposed to be dead.
Oh!
So it's probably someone else, but he was a hill giant who was part of a hill giant collective amongst the chieftains, who they tried to.
Hang on, Dad, let me get ready to fucking write this out. Give me just a second.
Uh-huh.
And well, that Julius goes, "Does he look like this?" And he makes himself look like Guzga.
You had
Just
an
bigger.
image.
I have disguise self at will.
I know, but did
You
you
have
know
to
what
know
he
what the
looks
person
I
like?
thought
looks
we
like.
met him.
No, you
No.
did not meet him.
Oh, then never mind.
You can make
Okay,
yourself
go.
look like the ogre, but he'll shake his head and be like, "No, hill giants are more." He kind of makes like a pork belly look,
Fat.
and generally
big.
more gluttonous
Okay.
and vicious than ogres.
So he said he was part of the council? I'm sorry.
A part of a collective of chieftains. Who
Okay.
had been basically just eating their way through villages. When they went northward, they actually no, not northward. When they went towards a forest, many of them disappeared. They apparently had attempted to lay hands upon a dragon's nest, and
I'll fuck him up.
while they
morons.
morons they may have been, but they were also 100 strong.
What color dragon?
Hold on, let me check. He reaches back and he pulls out some. It's not one of his normal books. It's a little personalized book.
Oh, it's like a journal.
Journal, yeah. And he quickly leafs through it to a page, looks through it, reads it over. Based off of what we were able to find, green.
So yeah,
And we
makes sense.
found the
they're
body
not
of a dead green
morons.
dragon there as well.
But Tom's kind of just looking at me, only going, "They're not stupid. They're kind." Then for trying to get rid of a problem.
No, it's,
The
it's
dragon.
not.
milk it?
The dragon
doing-
wasn't a problem.
They were trying to do it out of greed, and that's what the dragons did. Oh dear.
And they killed
Collect
a
the dragon's milk from the body.
What? 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 Oh, you're
Wait,
talking
what?
about no, that different dragon. Different dragon. These ones don't have milk. Nope, not that kind of dragon.
Apparently, Talaji dragons have. Wait, you know about dragons that have milk?
Talazi dragons, yeah.
Why does everyone know about these things but me?
A man of culture as well.
I did not know about this. I don't think I wanted to.
You two are a man of culture, I see.
It's been a while since I've had it, but it's got a tang to it, you know? It's different than, cows and such, so
You keep fucking talking about this shit, and it makes me want to try it.
you'd probably like it.
Let's go to Talazi in a few years, I guess.
I mean, hey, if you're going, gives you a thumbs up, just like, good on you.
But yes,
But
they
look,
found the body and bodies of other giants.
they found, a very large green dragon, and from the look of it,
Probably
I'd say,
ancient.
yeah, probably. Granted, the area was also near untraversable because of the fact that the
effects.
Feywild magic was popping up in the area.
Wait, Feywild.
Yeah.
It's not out of character for me to know, for her to know that is not what a green dragon's magic is it?
No, but he kind of waves to you for a second. Green dragons have a proclivity for nature and magic of that nature, and sometimes when they die, the Feywild can get drawn towards their body. In fact, when they die, it's sometimes said that a whole manner of greenery can sprout up from their death, and this was no exception. And
That's quite sweet.
it's sweet, but also not
A little
all of the things
bittersweet.
that are wanting to come out of the Feywild are nice.
Friendly?
No.
Did you find anything else there other than the greenery and potential? Did anything actually come out of the Feywild that was, well, deadly?
It just sounds like the ogres took care of a problem.
They didn't
But,
take care
Not
of a
all-
problem.
Not all chromatic dragons are evil. It is not that black and white.
The dragons had been doing nothing to.
Julius, get your joke.
The dragons had been doing nothing to harm anyone around them. The giants were being an issue, and they were attacking people, raiding their villages, and they were a problem. If anything, the dragon took care of a giant problem.
I still see his future problem, but yes, go on.
Future problem, maybe, but we can't predict the future, we can only prepare for it. And if Guzgo's alive... What the fuck? She kind of shakes his head. I'll look into it more to see what all that's about, because that...
I'd appreciate the information being shared as well. if you don't mind.
I'll see what I can pull up, and if I can, just... Yeah, this is not information that I'm exactly happy to hear. It could be his son, it could be Guzgo the second, but I don't
Yeah,
know
the ogre
if he
didn't
had...
mention the second.
Yeah, that's why I'm not exactly holding up hopes for that. Because if it's a smart giant like Guzgo, well, hill giants aren't known for intelligence, so one with
But when they are,
some intelligence, we could be seeing a second warband build back up. And 100 giants, even hill giants, is nothing to try and just scoff at and think that you can throw 100 men at.
No, but the 100 fireballs.
If you have that many wizards to do so, sure. But some of these people were dangerous in their own right, which is why I'm just preparing. He nods to you. So if you're picking up your quest, prepare yourselves before you head out, as per usual. And hopefully you guys have a good day.
I'm assuming that the boars that we're after, by the way, she'll wave bye to him and start walking towards the Rangers Guild, because holy fuck.
Okay.
Also, then maybe we shouldn't just go head first into wherever the heck you guys want to go. If they's building a war band, we could just be walking into some bad stuff. That
We're not heading
could get us
directly
on
to him, though.
guild. I'm just saying how you made it sound. It doesn't sound like a good idea.
What, we're just going to kill some pigs?
I'm talking about if we go to him.
I can hold off on going to him if we need to mentally and physically prep for it. That I do agree with. Especially if he's building up a warband of giants. Currently, I need to do is... Briarswood is a forest, I'm assuming.
Yes.
That I'm just assuming, alright.
It is a forest.
So, I need to research on what creatures could potentially be in the Briarswood so I can prep for that.
People who hunt in the forest.
I'm pretty sure there are boars in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look here, you little smartass.
Julius does not go hunting very often or spend time in forest, but 1,000 gold Julius cannot turn.
Millie pokes Rhea on the nose. I know there are boars in the forest, but I'm looking to see if there's anything dangerous in Briarswood, specifically. Boarswood!
Okay.
Well, there's boars that are attacking people.
Do not
She
spend
taps
all
their nose
day on
again.
this. We should probably leave out today.
I know we should leave out today, and the more you guys talk to me, the more time is being spent not doing what I need to do.
You're being very antagonistic. I am very confused.
Julius thinks that's par for course. Where do you
I'm
think
heading
her
to the
dragon
guild.
gets from?
I'm heading to the guild.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Hang on. Yay!
Cool. I will send you a list of certain things that may be in the Briarswood that people have documented.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Send me a message right so I can make sure to send it to you and not forget before hopefully the end of the day.
I want to see your reaction when I just do this.
Do what? What? Oh, you just sent it to me. Thank you.
Look at your DMs.
If I look at it, I'm...
Look at your phone. Don't growl at me. You ain't no dog.
She's sliding into those DMs for you.
Why me that laugh?
That being said, is there any other preparations you want to quickly take into consideration before you head out?
Any books that I can buy and you said the saddle fit.
Yes, the saddle fits.
Okay.
I need to buy more rations as well as an extra 10 gold's worth for the fine familiar.
Okay, so you can do that.
Yep.
For the days, for rations, 1 day is 5 silver, so 2 days is a gold piece. Spend as much as you need.
Do we know how long it will take for us to get to Briarswood and back?
If you're going there and back, it'll take about 9 days.
Okay.
So 9 days to get there.
So 4
2
gold and
days
5
is
silver.
1 gold, 5.
So if you're taking 18 days round trip to go to Briarswood and back, 18 days, so it'd be 9 gold.
We could go from Briars. No, because you have to turn in each quest individually to do it, or claim they did it. Right.
But can't we turn them in? I believe there are other.
Yes, there are other cities
Are
that you
there?
can turn them in, yes.
Okay, so is there a city between Briarswood and Undwin?
Pulling out your map, there is one between Briarswood and the Undwin Plain, and it is actually on the cusp of Undwin Plains.
Oh, awesome.
So you could pop in there to see about
So it
figuring
would
that
just
information out.
So it'd just be potentially 10 days of travel if we just go from Briarswood to that city?
More closer to 13,
Okay, so
but you'd be
6
heading
gold and
in the
5
direction
silver.
of the Undwin Plains.
So 6 gold and 5 silvers rations are what you need before you can recharge.
But don't we also have hunters?
We do,
You have
but just in
outlanders.
case we don't get something.
Yeah,
rations don't
I'm
go
just
bad.
making sure.
I'm also picking up rations for Carl.
Pick up the carrots!
Those ones
I
could go
promised him
bad. but-
carrots.
Yeah, you did promise some carrots. Alright, anything else?
Donkey chow.
Just obviously DM that thing, but any
Obviously.
books that I can find on the stuff that's in Briarswood.
If you're looking for a book like that with your 20 investigation, there is a book that the guild has. It looks like a few of them, probably written for.
Yeah, but I
people
can't
like
take these
yourself.
out, is the problem.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay!
They're willing to let you take it out for 5 gold. If you bring it back in worse condition, there will be a damage fee.
Repair fee,
And
yeah.
if you lose it, you will have to pay 20 gold.
Alright,
They want you to bring it back.
Look.
so only one or multiple?
1.
Okay.
Which
So the list of the books that I can grab, obviously.
which it's one book, and I'll send you the title of it and what you were able to find from the other ones. Which this book is actually going to be one of the better ones to have a list of the creatures that you might find there. The reason why they have multiples of it is because it is that kind of value. They're aware that if you're going into here, you're going to want this book. All right. Anything from Batalon?
One to Google
No, he's not doing really nothing.
Okay.
He's still looks vaguely confused at what's happening.
He's just like, I don't understand. Everyone's just like, we're going to hunt
Because
boars.
if I
And-
remember correctly, no, the main reason he's confused is because he's known a select number of giants in his life, and all of them have been like actually friends of his.
Mhm.
So he just doesn't see he's
He doesn't understand why we're
Oh, yeah.
going after one and why that one would
Yeah.
act rude.
Yep,
Yeah.
which is why when he walked into the ogre, like, "Hey, friend," and the guy hit just like, "Okay, man, stop that.
What the fuck?
We thought we could be friends." Then
I remember
realized
you said
after
there
that-
are giants on Talazi, right?
Yes,
you said that
I'll
before,
DM
yeah.
you what types they were, just so that you're aware of that.
Watch this be like fucking
Yes.
storm giants or some shit.
He just doesn't fully comprehend why you guys are like so heavily like
Antagonistic.
fuck it, yeah.
Mhm.
He doesn't understand it.
He doesn't understand because he's not met a giant that is
Antagonistic.
aggressive without need to be.
Which, to be fair,
Yeah.
they're giants, so they are technically smart enough to have a reason. That reason just usually being
A bad
because
reason.
fuck you.
It's like, especially with the dragon thing, he's like, I've heard loosely of great dragons and they're bad things. I don't see a problem with.
See, that's partially why I like that exchange, because Millie's the one where it's like, not all of them are evil. So you have two people on different spectrums, like, this person's not always evil. Neither is this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we should just leave them all alone.
And then there's Maria, who's sitting there going, both of these things are terrifying. with the one
Accurate.
that's currently at large.
All right. And what about Julius? Anything else you wanted to do before you headed out?
No, are we spending one more evening here, or are we heading out like a...
We're heading out
Heading out.
today.
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
He would have just gambled if he could have.
Okay. All right. In which case, I will say that's a good place to call the session.
Hey.
Yeah!
A little bit longer than I
Okay.
expected, but hey, yeah, I know. We'll get to you running some gambling stuff later.
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
What?
All right. If you're sure.
I'm scared.
Hopefully, I'll be able to make next session.
Fingers crossed. We want you to be here. You
I
give us
hope
that
you're
good.
Won't be. I probably won't be here Saturday, which still pisses me off.
I mean, he's not going to run it until you're able to get here, so.
Yeah,
I know, but I wanted to play this.
I know.
I know,
That's
same.
why.
It's fine,
I
though.
want to play this fucking character already. Goddamn.
Right.
I know. I know.
Big
Believe me, I know. That
It's
being
worth
said,
the wait.
it is. That being said, for everyone watching, thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate this so much, and we love doing this because these characters are such goofballs, and I adore them. And I want to see them succeed as well as fail, because both things are going to eventually bring awesome interactions between them and the world around them.
Ah.
That being said, we hope you all have a fantastic day, and until next time, we've been What Team Cop, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.